Hi everyone, and in today's video we're going to be building a cafe with a wedding venue in the back. Let's get to it! Okay, so this build is interesting, so let me explain it before you're like, what? What does that mean? A wedding venue and a Valentine cafe? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So basically I wanted to build a cafe. And I had already deleted my other cafe, but I was like, I want it to be more special and like more unique. And I kind of wanted it to be a little bigger, but also at the same time, I was like, why make it big when it's just gonna be a normal Valentine's Day cafe? And then I got this idea from one of the builds that I saw randomly, and it had a little, like, a wedding. And I was like, we have all of the wedding stuff to do that. I am so putting a stinking wedding venue in the back of this. Like, this is gonna be amazing. So that's your backstory right there. And I was immediately so excited to do this, and the exterior, beautiful. Okay, it turned out beautiful, so just stay till the end because I did not show you all of the amazing parts in this build. So for the color scheme, I first started out with kind of a sweethearts candy. Have you ever seen those before? I'll put a picture up on screen. And they had little messages on them, and I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cute to do like a little color scheme of that. But then I was like, maybe if this was just a cafe, I would do that, like a cute little Valentine cafe. But because it's a wedding, I kind of wanted it to be more like not sprinkle rainbow scarf all over. And that's just kind of what it was gonna be if I had done that. So I'm glad I didn't. And instead I went for just the classic red and pink. And I kind of toned down the red a little bit. And oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I also did have to go like look on Pinterest and just kind of get a little bit of inspiration, which I did from some of these pictures, but at some point you can't rely on the pictures anymore and you just have to go with the flow. I did make a couple custom things in here. So I made a custom door. And oh my gosh, beautiful. It was my first time making one and it turned out amazing. I love it so much. I definitely think I can improve, but I think it's really good for my first one. And then I also made some custom shutters, and I kind of made a custom window, and it just all turned out so beautifully. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then I also made a little custom overhang to go on a part of the build because it was just looking a little bit too bland and I needed some pop out things on each side. So on one side, I'm going to have a cake stand area, and then on the other, I'm going to be having a little overhang. And that's just a cute little overhang. I might put chairs on there later now that I'm thinking about it, but this is going to be a two-part series because I'm not a fast builder. I am deeply sorry for that, but I'm not. So you will be seeing another part of this on Valentine's Day. So be looking for that. Also, the whole entire time I had been building this, it was, I think, first week of January. I had to start early because I know myself way too well to do me like horribly by starting a week before. Like, that would put so much stress on me. This build was already a little bit stressful because I felt like I had to do it really fast. At the same time, I was just trying to kind of take it slow and do it, you know, when I felt like I wanted to do it, because if I felt like I wanted to do it, then I would actually do a good job. So that was the goal for the whole build. I also did use a lot of bows, which you will be seeing. I stocked up on a lot of them, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cute. I think I do want to build a little like bow inspired house. I think that'd be cute, or like bow inspired build, something like that, like really pink and just super cute. I think that'd be adorable. So, you know, maybe you'll see that in the future. It'll be a while from now because I plan out my videos pretty far out, but you know. Now for the wedding venue in the back, oh, you're just gonna, that's the best part of this whole entire build. The front is like cute, but the back is stunning. Okay, it is stunning. I just recommend right now to build a wedding in Bloxburg. Like, it is literally the funnest thing ever. If I didn't have just pink and red to go off of, I might have done like a blue, yellow, green, just kind of like spring, like color scheme, I think that would have been really pretty. But oh my gosh, it was so much fun to just branch out and do something different, because I've built a cafe before. I think almost everyone has in Bloxburg if you've been playing for a while, and it just gets repetitive until you throw something else into the mix and it just becomes 100 times better and just like a breeze to build this. Honestly, it was such a breeze to build this whole thing. There were a couple things that were tedious because I did want to have some more detailed things, like the fence around the whole entire build. Basically, it's like it's one of the newer fences, and I put hearts on top of them. But to be able to do that, I had to place a structural on each one of them in a specific way. That way it would look correct, and then I could actually place it down on there. So yeah, it was a lot. I've seen those fences before where they use the hearts like on top of it, and I did not realize, and like it'd be around their whole entire build, and I did not realize how much time is put into that. Like I think I spent a solid hour, 45-30 minutes on literally just placing flowers and placing those hearts and structurals. That's all I did. So yeah, you're welcome. I think I saved you from that, so you don't have to live it like I did. However, one of the things that was kind of troubling me during making this was the fact that sometimes I did not want to build it because, I can't believe I'm saying this, I wanted to read that. I'm sorry, it was not exactly, yeah. I know a lot of people hate to read, and I hate to read also, like so much. Like, I don't like it. Like, I find it to be just so like school, and I don't like it. But I never knew, like I've read books before just because, you know, you gotta read. So I've read books before and I finished them and all that stuff, but I'm reading this series right now, okay? I think, oh my gosh, what is it called? Okay, it's called Dreamhouse Kings. I think that's what it's called. Like, that's the book series of it. And I think it has 6 books. And I'm on the 5th one right now. And I'm so sad because I'm almost done with the 5th one. And I'm not joking. I don't think I've ever read this fast in my whole entire life. Like, what's happening to me? The problem is, okay, this is why I'm reading it so fast, is because I have to know the whole entire book series. I don't want to spoil it if you do read it, which I recommend to read it because it's the only book that I have ever liked to read. And it's like creepy for me to say that, but like I actually enjoy to read it. Like, it's almost as good as a really good, like it is as good as a really good TV show. And that is insane for me to be comparing it to that. But because I feel like I'm like a new child in the world, just discovering that books can actually be not dreadful to read. But basically, why I've been reading it so stinking fast is because I need to make sure, or I've been reading it for so long. I haven't been reading it fast, but I've been reading it for so long at times in the day, like hours. I'll just go sit on the couch and read it because I have to make sure. I'll read it and I'll be like, I'll have picked up from a place where the characters are safe, because before then I had to read to a place where the characters were safe in the book because I could not put it down and think about like, oh my gosh, I need to know what's gonna happen. I need to know that they're safe, so I have to keep on reading until they're safe in the book. And yeah, so it's a problem, and it has distracted me from building a couple of times, and it's not necessarily good. And this is one of the reasons why I don't play any other games, because I'm afraid that I'm going to end up liking them more than Bloxburg, and then it's going to destroy this channel. So guys, I'm looking out for you. I don't play any other games but Bloxburg, so you're welcome. I will be here for a very long time. I'm devoted to this channel, especially since we are literally almost at 500 subscribers. Right now, currently, while I'm recording this, we are at 499 subscribers, which is mind-blowing. And every time I go to refresh the page just to like go look at it, I'm like bracing myself for there to be a 5 there and another 0 and another 0. Like, what? Like, I'm literally bracing myself. Like, I stopped to breathe. Like, I stopped breathing just to like look at it. I'm like, what? Okay, I'm sorry guys. You guys already know that I'm at 500, very close to 500 subscribers. But without fail, almost every single time, it just makes me laugh so hard, is that there'll be like a handful of people that decide to unsubscribe like right after I hit it. And I just crack up laughing. I crack up laughing almost every time because it's just hilarious. Like, they subscribe to me just to unsubscribe. Like, I didn't want you anyways, buddy. You were just gonna leave me, so it doesn't matter, you know? But yeah, I won't let that put me down. It doesn't matter, okay? I was at 500 subscribers and I will eventually be at 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Yeah, so I don't need your subscribers, buddy, if you're just gonna unsubscribe. And to my loyal viewers that actually stay subscribed, thank you. You mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for not being one of those people. Okay, now we're going to do some build talk because I've just been talking about a book. So the back of the wedding venue, it's beautiful. I did, however, forget to record a part that I really wish I recorded, and I don't know how I did. Or either I lost the footage or something, I have no clue. But it's basically this like aisle. So I'm making the aisle, and then I have these like almost like you're walking through a tunnel, and it's almost like super overgrown and also not at all, something like that. And then it has like lights draping down on the sides. So it's like leaf wall, light wall, but it's not a light wall, it's just like strings of lights hanging down. And then I have a really pretty like beautiful path coming up as you're walking, as the bride's walking down the aisle. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I don't think there's anything in real life that's as beautiful as this. There probably is, but I've never seen it this amazingly. As this is a problem, I get so caught up in how beautiful it is that I can't talk but say it's beautiful. So I'm sorry for that. I am. But I also I think I put like 100 chairs in the back. I'm gonna be honest, my family could barely fill in one of those rows. So whoever is doing this venue, I don't even know who can fill up all those rows. Like, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. But you know, it's for those gigantic families and those people that have hundreds of friends. Well, maybe 50 friends because there's like 100 chairs. Yeah, so yeah. Now for the like area where the bride and the groom like get married right there, I don't know what it's called, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not very, I didn't do my research very much on the words of this, so I'm sorry, but I hope you can understand what I'm saying still. I made it up on like a little concrete like stone slab thing, and it turned out really pretty. I love it so much. And then I used a little like almost, I think it's actually, no, it's an item. Use a little arch right there, and that's where like the little pastor or priest, I don't even know what you call the person that is it officiator? Officiant? I think I'm just calling him a fish now. I have no clue. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't look up the words. Anyways, also the lighting on this build, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Stunning. I think it looks probably just as good in the daytime, but I am a sucker for lighting in Bloxburg and how it looks at night. Like, I just love it so much. I want to eat it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I want to eat my build, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in such a long time. It feels like forever. I've just been building for so many weeks and weeks and weeks. These are my favorite types of videos so much. These are my favorite types of videos just because I literally just get to sit here and talk and talk. They're amazing. They are amazing. I love them. So also in the back, oh yeah, you can see me placing all the hearts. In the back of the build, like after the people get married and then they all walk out of there and they go to the reception, I think that's what it's called. There's a little area back there where we have like I want to say a gazebo, but it's not a gazebo. It's just like a little overhang, I guess you could say, structure that has overhanging. It's kind of shelter, and it can be like a dance floor. It can be where they make speeches. It can be where the band is. I don't know. I'm just going off of, yeah, I'm not sure what would go there, but I needed something to go there, so that's what I did. And I love it. So yeah. And then I also did a little picture area back there, which you will see. I used those really big cherry blossom trees. I cannot believe there was ever a point in Bloxburg where we did not have those. Thank you, Bloxburg, okay, for giving us those magnificently beautiful trees. They're stunning. And I added some lanterns on them, which was kind of difficult. So the way I did it was absolutely the best thing I could have done, but it was a little difficult. So what you do, I feel like for almost anything, is if you want to place something on an object but you can't place like a basic shape on it, and then you won't be able to copy and paste it because the basic shape will be off of it because you had to transform the basic shape onto the object. I hope that's making sense. What you basically have to do is place a structural. You can place a structural on almost anything, I think. Really, it's very simple. And then, so what I did is I just found a area where you can place it on the tree, which was a little bit tricky, but then I moved the lanterns around the tree, and then I took a chain and I connected it to the top of the lantern and then just kind of put it up into the tree so that it looked like it was dangling from like a branch or just from something inside the tree. And oh my gosh, it was beautiful and it was copy and pastable. And yeah, I think that's all we need to say. It was amazing. Amazing. It just needed a little bit more like fencing in, kind of just to create that magical, beautiful area without saying disgusting, bland Bloxburg. I'm sorry, Bloxburg is beautiful, except for it's not at all when it comes to the builds that I'm making, and then you see just flat land with disgusting looking trees. And also the snow was still in when I was building this, so it was really hard to see that and build at the same time. So yeah, because you can't change the texture of the snow or the ground, which is stupid to me, but you know, it's okay, Bloxburg, I still love you. I also placed some like landscaping around the trees, kind of like a hilly type landscaping, just to kind of distract your eyes from the flat, gross landscape in the very back behind the trees. And I feel like it did well enough. I just didn't want to spam a ton of trees back there because it was already at 1 million by this point, and I haven't even started on the interior, so yeah. You see where I'm getting at. But I spammed these flowers everywhere too. The flowers are beautiful. Like, I love those flowers so much. I do wish that we could resize them and make them like bigger, like the vines that you can place on the ground, but oh well. I didn't go too crazy on the landscaping here. I don't think like my fall house, I would say, is crazy landscaping. This is kind of medium, or honestly very little landscaping was put into this. It was very thought out, like landscaping, like very, like there was a pattern to the landscaping, if you know what I mean. So it was like, for like the front of it, it was like those swirly trees, and then it also was bush, 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 swirly tree, bush, 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 swirly tree. And then I mixed up the colors. So it was very like put together landscaping in the front, and then I just kind of put flowers around and just some grass to really make it kind of look more outdoorsy, I guess. And I love how this turned out. It was this is like a really good start to 2025 in builds, I would say, and I'm very excited to start building more like custom things. I really want to get into that in 2025. That way it's just so easy for me in 2026 to be like, oh, I'm gonna make a custom this, I'm gonna make a custom that, I'm gonna make a custom this, and it's just so easy for me to do that. Right now I have to look stuff up and I have to think about it, but I think once I've gotten some things down about it, I think it'll be a lot easier to just build those things once I know some techniques. So yeah, you will be seeing a lot more of that hopefully in 2025. That is my goal for this year, to just get better at custom things, if anything, in Bloxburg. So yeah, I feel like I'm already good. Landscaping and coloring and texturing, well, I don't know, coloring walls like takes me like an hour to do that, like find a color scheme. But after that, it's pretty good. And like lighting, like I'm all good on that. I just really want to get more detailed and stuff like that. So you will be seeing more of that in 2025. And now that we are finally, oh wait, no, oh my gosh, we have more time because I'm gonna do the balcony. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my book because we have more time. Okay, so as I was saying, the book, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm literally gonna be so sad once it's done, because I'm just gonna have to spend a week just being so sad that it's over. I can't read it anymore. It better have a stinking good ending, or else I'm gonna be very sad. I have not cried from this book, but I swear if there's a bad ending, it might not be good for me. So yeah, I'm hoping the best that it's gonna be good. But I'm also, every single time I open up that book, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like gonna be this is the first and last time I'll ever be reading this book with this much like anticipation and wondering of what's gonna happen. And then it's gonna be over. And then I'm gonna be sad. Anyways, this is a very weird experience for me to like books. So let me know if you've ever felt this way. Put it in the comment section, okay? Okay. I've never been that person before that likes books, but I can't put it down if the characters are in danger. It's like a mystery, almost like, I guess, if it were in a TV show, it'd be like a thriller, I guess you could say. But it's not like scary. I guess it's like, some parts of it are eerie. They're kind of like, oh, that's a little creepy, like, oh, like, you're, like, mystery. Yeah, it's definitely a mystery. The whole thing is a mystery. Like, they have no idea what they're doing the whole time, I feel like, but it's good. It's a good book. We're basically done with this build, and I'm gonna stop yapping. That way, you guys can see the full and final tour of it, and make sure to come back next week, because we are doing part 2 of this, and you guys are gonna love it. I already know it. Okay. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video, and I just want to say, I don't know if I'm at 500 subscribers, but I just want to say right now that I'm so thankful for you guys as for subscribing to me, and those that are actually watching the videos till the end. Thank you guys so much for that. It just means like the world to me, and I definitely want to keep this channel going and growing, and if this whole experience doesn't exactly go to where I want it to go, 100,000 subscribers, then that's okay. It was still a really good experience that I had, and that I can take into the future and into future jobs, because I absolutely love everything that I'm doing on here, and I enjoy it so much, and I enjoy just communicating with you guys, and yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to the build. Guys, we are finally done, so let's do a tour. Okay, so first off, we have our parking lot area, and we have these really pretty fence going along the whole entire thing, and it has these little hearts on it, which was very tedious to place, but I absolutely love how it turned out. And then we also have these little flower boxes for the little areas to park. I think that absolutely turned out so cute. Again, another tedious thing, but I love how it turned out. And then of course we have the star of the show, the actual cafe. So I can have some little stairs right here, and then I made these custom doors. They turned out really good. It's my first time making those, but I really want to do better at stuff like that in 2025, so we're hoping for the best here. And then we also have these shutters that I made for each window. I think it turned out really good. And then I used the bows from the Christmas update, and I stocked up on, I think I have like 100, maybe not 100, maybe 65. That was a little bit of over exaggerating, but I have a lot that I stocked up extra on for this build specifically. So we'll definitely be using those in the interior too. And then we have another sign right here, cafe and venue, because it is a venue. And then we also have this little sign right here, wedding this way. Okay, look, I didn't try too hard for the signs. I probably should have done a little better, but I just wanted to have them there. And then we have another window here, and I feel like I'm doing very detailed on the exterior. Like, it just looks so good. Like, I also did this little like overhang with some basic shapes, and I used those little like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like the little ledge thingies that just give a little extra detail, and I put them all along the exterior of it, and I just think it turned out beautifully. And then we have like our little like cake stand area where it shows like all the little cakes. This is possibly temporary. I might be making some custom desserts in the interior part of the build, which will be part 2, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. And then we also have a cafe venue sign right there, and then this is like the actual sign, which you guys did vote for this sign, so you're welcome. Actually, no, I don't know if you did. You might not have voted for this sign, but I picked it. I'll have to go check. I'll put it up on screen if you want, but I might have just picked it because it was simple and easy, and I liked it. Obviously we have the gardening and everything, but we're gonna go ahead and go on back this way first, because this is just absolutely magical. Like right here, like, oh, it's beautiful. The pathway, the lights. I did see this on, I think, like the light thing on like Pinterest, and I had seen it in a couple other people's like builds on how they did it, and I just twisted it to make it my own version. And oh my gosh, like, what? This is not real. Like, how beautiful is this? Oh my gosh. It is literally stunning, and I think I say this with almost every single one of my builds, but I'm in love with this build. It is so cute. So we have all the chairs, and then we also, of course, have a little area where they would get married, I guess. I don't really know exactly what to call it. And then we have like the little, is this called the podium? I don't know what this is called, I'm sorry. And then we have like this little custom thing back here just to make it look a little bit more, stand out a little bit more. And then we have the pillars, and I put light literally everywhere around here, and it turned out beautiful. And then we also have these flowers everywhere. Love them. Then we have this path going back here. Pretty simple path, but I did make these trees over here, and they have these hanging lanterns, which you'll get a better view of once we come around here. And I just think it turned out so pretty. Just beautiful. And then we have like this area. This can either be for like a band or like dancing or like speeches or whatever. I don't know. It's just a little area right here. I just kind of left it open because it can be for whatever. And then we have this little area right here, which is a photo area. So we have a little sign here, and then we have a camera. So that's when like they take their little photos after or during, well, during the wedding. And yeah, I really like it. I think it's pretty. And then we also have a path going back to the front, but I'm just going to show you this little area up here because this is part of the exterior. So we just have a seating area outside, so the guests can come outside and just sit down and relax. I love how this turned out. I feel like the exterior of this build really is just so like, almost like, it kind of reminds me of an extremely fancy picnic. Like, I'm talking extremely fancy, but I just love how outside it is and everything is just beautiful. And then of course we go back over here and we have this beautiful path, and it comes back to the parking lot. So that is our tour. Oh, I just hit the mic. Okay, I'm sorry. I absolutely am in love with this build. It's beautiful. I'm gonna give you guys a really quick overview of the exterior when it's night. Okay, like just look at this. Yeah, it's stunning, and there's literally nothing else that can change my mind that this is not possibly the most stunning thing you've ever seen. Like, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. This pathway right here too, like, it's just amazing. Okay, well, that is gonna be everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you stayed till the end, make sure to comment down below the heart with the bow and arrow in the middle, since this is a Valentine's Day themed build. And I just want to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers. This is absolutely mind-blowing, and I cannot wait to see what 2025 has in store for us. And I will see you guys next week. Bye everyone, have a blessed day. Then of course we have the star of the show, the cafe. The cafe, I'm trying not to show you guys the insert. Wait, hold on. And then of course we have the star of the show. Wait, hold on, bro.